This compilation showcases my videos based on newspaper reports from across the country, highlighting discoveries of vaults within ancient mounds, many of which contain gigantic skeletal remains. Enjoy. The Daily Cairo Bulletin, June 12, 1884. A race of giants. Mr. J.B. Toomer yesterday received a letter from Mr. Hazelton, who is on a visit to Cartersville, says the Athens, Georgia Banner. The letter contained several beads made of bone and gave an interesting account of the opening of a large Indian mound near that town by a committee of scientists sent out from the Smithsonian Institution. After removing the dirt for some distance, a layer of large flagstones was found. These stones had evidently been dressed by hand and showed that the men who quarried this rock understood their business. The stones were removed, and in a kind of vault beneath them, the skeleton of a giant was discovered, measuring 7 feet 2 inches in length. His hair was coarse and jet black, and it hung down to his waist. The brow was ornamented with a copper crown. The skeleton was remarkably well preserved and was taken from the vault intact. Near this skeleton were found the bodies of several children of various sizes. The remains of these children were covered with beads made of some type of bone. Upon removing these, the bodies were found to be encased in a network woven of straw or reeds, and beneath this was a covering made from the skin of some animal. In fact, the bodies had been prepared in a manner somewhat resembling mummification, and will, no doubt, throw new light on the history of the people who reared these mounds. Upon the stones that covered the vault were carved inscriptions which, if deciphered, will probably lift the veil that has long enshrouded the history of the race of giants that undoubtedly once inhabited this continent. All the relics were carefully packed and forwarded to the Smithsonian Institution and are said to compose the most interesting collection ever found in America. The explorers are now at work on another mound in Bartow County, and before their return home, they expect to visit various sections of Georgia where antiquities are found. On the Oconee River, in Greene County, just above Powell's Mills, stand several large mounds, one of them notably tall and precipitous. Thanks for watching. Keep camping and exploring the mysteries of our world. Jackson, Ohio, February 21, 1859. Our village is full of wonder and excitement. Martin Marker, J.W. Hughes, and Washington Long, while digging a grave in the cemetery near this village at about 10 o'clock this morning, came upon a large flat stone about 4 feet below the surface. This stone halted their progress until they were able to procure assistance and remove it from its resting place of ages. When the stone was lifted, it was found to have closed the entrance to a subterranean vault. All efforts thus far, as of 3 p.m., to enter the vault with a light have been unsuccessful, due to the foul air with which it is filled. By means of a rake, human bones of gigantic size have been raised, along with a small chain of silver, with coins attached to each end. The coins, though much defaced by time, have the appearance of those in use among the Romans during the days of Cicero. There are also evident traces of hieroglyphic devices that cannot be deciphered. The men at the cemetery have attempted to make light in the vault by burning straw. Although none have had the courage to venture further than the entrance, it has been discovered that immediately to the west of the opening, there is a chamber about 10 feet square, with quite dilapidated steps descending its eastern side. 3 other chambers branch out from this area, one to the north, one to the west, and one to the south. Naturally, we are all curious to know when and by whom these vaults were made and filled. Reverend Mr. Hunter, Mr. Armstrong, and Dr. Nooft have examined them, and all believe these vaults were constructed by the same people who built the mounds in the southern part of the state. The questions now present themselves to everyone. Who made these vaults, and who filled them? Was our country once the home of giants? Worcester Daily Spy, May 9, 1857. Skeletons found in Iowa. The Burlington State Gazette says that while some workmen were engaged in excavating for the cellar of Governor Grimes's new building on the corner of Main Street, they came upon an arched vault some 10 feet square. When it was opened, it was found to contain 8 human skeletons of gigantic proportions. The wall of the vault was about 14 inches thick and well laid up with cement or indestructible mortar. The vault is about 6 feet from the base of the arch. 1918. The Rich Hill Tribune, Rich Hill, Missouri, June 9, 1910. In the Columbia area, students Dan McGuire and R.E. Miller uncovered a stone chamber inside an Indian mound. The chamber measured about 4 feet wide and 10 feet long. Such stone chambers and vaults are notable architectural features found within mounds, adding to the growing record of complex prehistoric constructions. This story is similar to others I've covered, like the Vault of Giants found in Jackson, Ohio, and another Vault of Giants discovered in Iowa. It supports the idea that vaults and chambers were indeed found inside ancient mounds. That's all for now. Thanks for watching. Keep camping and exploring the mysteries of our world.